Evening, everybody. It's 5:33, and I have a lot to get to, so I'm going to be as quick as I can. Claims were better than expected, down 23,000 to 238 for initial claims, and down about 44,000 for continuing claims. Q4 productivity rose to 6.6% from an estimated 4.4, and unit labor costs were up 0.3% versus an expectation for up 1%. This did not help any of the market because of Facebook, Spotify, Honeywell, uh, Qualcomm. So let's get right to that. Facebook ended up the day down 81.11 at 241.89. That's 25% with a low of 235.75. Spotify down 27.92 at 164, 15%. I just want to remind you that as people talk about the futures, and you know that I have a stake in trading futures, primarily with Dennis, our trader. You don't generally see these kind of moves. The biggest move that I've seen of late is net gas, and it was today, and it was 11% down on the day. Um, these moves of 25 and 30% are really a problem, especially since most people don't get the opportunity to do anything about it because they don't trade in extended hours. And the stock closes, and all of a sudden it's 20% in the wrong direction for them, and they have no opportunity to get out. At least the futures trade 23 and a half or 22 and a half hours a day. Ralph Lauren beat. It was up to 122.80, but only managed to close up 401 at 117.68. Qualcomm also beat and was up $4.81 at 183.29. It was up about 50% more than that. Honeywell was a miss, closed 183.45 after gaining some back. It was still down 4.75. Pinterest, Snap, and let's just go with Pinterest and Snap. Pinterest beat, Snap beat. Um, Pinterest had closed 24.51 down 282, currently trading around 30 and change. Let's just go and take a quick look at it. PINS. Okay. As you can see, this was regular hours. It closed at 24.51, and that is a huge drop from the high here at 90. So it was trading 24.51, and in after hours, it traded all the way up to 32.35. The last 29 even, up $1.67 or 6.1%. That's $5.50 higher than the regular close. Snap, same situation. They beat. The stock had traded all the way down to 24 and a half in regular hours. Also, a big drop. In September, this stock was 83, closed 24 and a half. Post market hours trades as high as 40.90, 40.89, and the last 37.90, and that's up 18%, $5.80, 83 cents, but also $13.50 higher, over 50% off the low of the day. How'd you like to have gone home short that one? Okay, Ford reported a miss. The stock, which had no trouble running up to up to the mid 20s, is trading at 19, down $1.70 or 8.4%. It's a company that makes all kinds of claims. We haven't seen any of it yet. Yes, they do have reservations, just like Mary Bauer has reservations for the Silverado. But when you give someone the opportunity for no money down or $100 refundable deposit, I don't really think a reservation means a whole lot. And some of those trucks are in the 60,000 and up area. I'm not so sure that they're going to sell quite as well as everybody thinks. Clorox also a miss, 151.50 down 15.49. Let's take a quick look at that one. Honestly, I didn't know whether it had moved ahead of time or not. Regular hours, 165.34 down $1.65. Extended hours trades down to 149.80. Last 151.54 down 15.45, 9.8%. And the big one, the one that everybody was looking at and everybody is talking about, Amazon. Um, it's given up a little bit, but let's go back to the videotape. Regular hours closes down at 27.76.91, down 235.34, 7.81%. They come out with a beat primarily on excuse me, AWS, which grew 40%, which is monumental. Their stake in Rivian, which they marked to the market and had a huge effect on it, just like it had a huge effect on Ford on the way up from 19 to 26. In the aftermarket, the stock traded from a low of 27.25 to 3,300. 2,700 to 3,300. 600 point move, and it happened in nanoseconds. It's given some of it back. The call is on. I believe it started at 5:30. I don't have any information on that, but the stock is 31.44. That's up 132 plus the 253 it was down, so it's 400 higher than the close regular market. Screen, the chart on the screen is nat gas, down 11% on the day after having the huge day yesterday. This was exactly as expected, except that I didn't expect it to. I expected it to go from this $5.10 area back down to 435. Instead, it rallied up and went from 557's high yesterday down to a low today of 481.6. So I'm going to guess we're going to come down. But I will tell you that there is a governmental group, I mentioned it this morning, that allows rate increases in the UK. And their allowance for power for the next period, it goes in 6-month periods. For their first one, in October, it was up 12%. They are now going to allow for the April 1st date utilities to raise prices 54%. They have been buying nat gas on the spot market, which I believe is what we saw here in the front month and probably what we saw here yesterday in the front month. This is going to be a real problem for them. Okay, as far as the markets, we were down 518 in the Dow, 1.45%, down 538.73, 3.75% in the Nas. The S&P was down 111.94. That was down 2.5%, 2.44. The Russell looked tame, down only 1.9%, down 38.48, and the transports down 270.74. And I want to take a look at just one more thing for you. I want to show you what the internals look like. The internals today, volume lower again. Advanced declines on the NYSE 26 to 6, better than 4 to 1. On the NASDAQ, better than 3 to 1 on the downside. So, not really a terrific day for most of these stocks. And if you think that Amazon's numbers are great and it's going to turn the market higher, I'm going to say that's a big wish. All right, everyone. Tomorrow's the big employment report. I'll be back first thing in the morning with a pre opening update. Have a good evening.